Hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ryan.
And welcome to the Tailgate. Today we are doing Nashville hot chicken wings. We are from Nashville, so of course we are all over this, like Nashville on chicken. So Nashville hot chicken is characterized by its very hot cayenne flavor. So we're going to show you how to make some Nashville hot seasoning. We're going to be smoking these bad boys that have already had a wet marinade or a wet brine, what we'll typically call it. And then in the meantime, while these smoke, we're going to be working on a kale salad with beets, with roasted beets, and then we're going to be making a warm maple bacon dressing to go with it. So we got to get these on the smoker. I got to get started on the salad dressing. So do you want to get started with seasoning those? I'm going
to go ahead and do a little pre-season on these. We're going to, will you hand me the seasoning basket, please?
Oh yeah.
We're going to we're just going to sprinkle some stuff on them, you know, and then we got some Nashville hot for later. The Nashville hot.
We already have some that we made, but this, whenever I make sometimes I will do it without sugar or without salt, just so like if we're doing a high heat thing, I don't have to worry about the sugar burning. And if I want to control my salt, I won't add the salt. So this is just basically hot pepper, hot pepper and garlic powder and stuff.
Yes.
But
and this is what,
that's the one without the salt and sugar.
This is the one that you gave me for this, right?
Yes. Okay. Yes. So right, that's cool. For that. This is also very hot. Nashville hot. This is the one I made where like I cut the cayenne with some Reaper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's that one. So be cautious when you.
Yes. And the wind is up, and now I wish I would have gotten my sunglasses because I remember what happened last time with this.
Oh my goodness.
It went in my eyes.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It is a windy day in Music City.
Windy day in Music City. Y'all, thank you so much for joining us. This is our show on FoodtokTV, The Tailgate. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the taps and everything. This is our show on Saturdays. We call it The Tailgate. And we are in Nashville. So, of course, we are tailgating some Nashville games today. We got the Tennessee...
we had the Volunteers.
We got the Volunteers today. We are Tennessee Vols fans, so we're rooting for that.
It's the third Saturday in October.
Yes, third Saturday in October. Anybody, don't say it yet, Ryan, but anybody know what the third Saturday in October is to a Vols fan? I'll let y'all know. And also, if you don't know or don't want to guess, please let me know what teams you're rooting for if you are. And if your team Saturday morning cartoons, I'm here for that too.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome too.
Oh, I'm so sorry. He's not single. That's my husband.
Yeah, no,
I'm not single either. If you're just walking in here, we are working on some Nashville hot wings, and we're going to show you all the seasoning that we made for it later on after these are done smoking, so that way we can do some of that signature Nashville hot paste over it. Yeah, so we'll be making that seasoning later, but first these are going to go in the smoker, so towards the end of the show, we'll be doing that. We will also be giving it a little flash fry afterwards.
Yeah, and we're looking to get these Yardbirds on the grill.
Oh yeah.
Soon. Very soon. So I'm just trying to do a quick seasoning here.
I told them those better hit the smoker within the first 10 minutes because we got things to do.
That buttermilk brine looks like it is going to be amazing.
Yeah, well, it actually technically isn't buttermilk brine, but it's based off the buttermilk brine. So we only gave it a couple of hours. So if you... I would say it's like 2 or 3 hours that we had in this wet brine. We actually don't have any buttermilk on hand, but we did have heavy cream. So I did cut some heavy cream with some water, and also we used the brine from our pickled red onions in there. Yeah. And a little bit of the seasoning.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and that moisture, or like the buttermilk and the acidity from the brine is really going to tenderize it. And then of course some of the Nashville hot seasoning too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So and then of course more Nashville hot to go toward the end of the process.
What? I got lucky. Kaz is in here. What up? If you are new to FoodtokTV, we do live cooking shows on the daily. This is Saturday, so this is the Tailgate with Taylor and Ryan, or Mustard Queen and Ryan, depending on who you're asking. The rest of the week, we have all sorts of creators. Monday through Friday, we have multiple shows through the day. Oh, overcast. Yes. Thank you, cloud.
Yes.
How do we hire a cloud?
Cloud.
Because y'all, okay, we do our show in the outdoors, and this is the perfect setup for us, but the sun is always like right here when we're going. And you know, we've looked at things that could shield the sun, but like just nothing seems to work for our setup here, except for this cloud.
This cloud is great.
This cloud.
Yes.
Yeah. Get you a show-stopping cloud.
And I think there's some more of those coming in. And like I said earlier, I'm trying to be very careful with this Nashville hot in the wind.
It's hot. It's hot. And y'all.
Very hot. I got blasted in the eyeballs last time.
If you are unfamiliar with Nashville hot chicken, so Ryan, that's a lot of that. That's, you know, there's Reaper powder in there, right?
Yeah, I know. You said this was mine to use, right?
It is. Okay, yeah, I know. Good. But I'm just saying that chicken's going to be hot.
Yeah, that's the point.
I know. It's the point. It's the point. So typically in Nashville, Nashville hot chicken is served oftentimes in breaded form. You can also get it in smoked form a lot of times. So that's what we're doing, the smoked. We're not doing the fried today. You can absolutely dredge and fry it. Now, the thing is, though, because we are not breading and frying this, it's going to be way hotter because that breading does take on some of that heat. So he does not care about my digestive system, does he?
True Nashville style here, because we have a lot of tourists over here. If you've ever been, you might, you know, have been to a bachelor or bachelorette party over here.
Oh, yes.
But anyways, we have absurdly hot chicken here just to make people hurt, make poor unsuspecting people hurt.
Well, no, it is one of those places where Nashville hot chicken, it's definitely one of those where if you think that you can handle a lot of heat, you're still going to want to order it a lower level. Yeah, just because
order one spice day. If you normally get the hot, maybe try, you know, the medium.
Go for medium, right? Yeah. But then we have some of our favorite places where people don't realize how hot Nashville hot chicken is, and so the places have changed it to be less hot, to accommodate tourists that have no idea.
Boring.
But, you know, if they do the hot chicken right, you need to go down a spice level.
Yeah.
You really do.
For reals. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on here, and we're going to try to work quickly with this so that we don't mess up our temperature here. We like to get up to about 300 degrees with this, because we only got about an hour, and then we're going to flash fry them too.
Okay. Yeah, I have not mentioned that part yet. So we are going to be smoking these wings. About how long do you think that they'll take in the smoker?
I think at about 300 degrees, they should take probably about 45 minutes to smoke.
About 45?
Yeah, if we keep it around that.
Okay. I'm going to turn the camera just a little bit so they can see him working.
My thing is angry at me.
So we will be smoking these. But then we love to do a flash fry. A lot of places in Nashville, a lot of hot chicken places will actually offer it this way. There's one place down the street called Scoreboard, and they'll offer it smoked, or they'll offer it smoked or fried. Of course, you can get grilled too, but smoked or fried. But it wasn't until a bartender suggested that we get smoked and then flash fried, and ever since then, that's the way we go whenever we smoke it. So we let it cook. Yeah, let it cook in the smoker, get all nice and tender and all that. And then to serve, we're just going to flash fry it in hot, like deep fried.
Smoked, they're a little bit too tender. So you really need that flash fry to get that, especially if you're like
nice little crispy skin.
You know, I know a lot of folks up in Pennsylvania do the flash fry. That's where I learned about it from. And they're like, no, that's the truth. That's the way that, you know, and it is. It really is. It's just so good that way.
I mean, there's so many things that work better just when you do like a two-part cooking method. Like even with French fries, they suggest one of the best ways to make French fries is to fry it twice. Like one to actually just cook it and make sure everything's cooked through, and then the second time around for the crisp.
Yeah, and with chicken, we
don't need to deep fry these after the fact.
With chicken, you can always stand to make sure it's cooked through. But they're very tender though. Like if you smoke them, they're like they just like you can kind of shake the bone and they fall off. And that flash fry just kind of helps hold them together and it helps hold the sauce on them too. They're not as slippery.
Hey Jessica, how are ya?
Not as slippery with the flash fry. So
typically hot chicken is going to be served. It's typically breaded. Of course, we're going to be smoking and flash frying ours, and you can order that at restaurants that way too. But it's often served as a huge, or like as a breast that's breaded and fried, then with the authentic Nashville hot paste, the cayenne paste over the top of it. And it's served on top of white bread, which the white bread by the time it gets to your table, that white bread is just going to be soaked with that paste, but it works really well to help absorb some of that heat. And it's also served with pickles. But people also serve them wing style, which is what we're doing today. We're not doing the dredge and fry, we're doing the wings. Oh, thank you, Bonita! Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here, and we appreciate the gifts. They help keep us cooking. So I am gonna get rid of my bacony hands. And I think he's in there getting rid of his chickeny hands. Well, I will be right back. Thank you all so much for tapping the screen. If you're not following FoodtokTV, you totally should be, because, you know, get to watch us every Saturday. But then you also get 16 other creators with their own shows all throughout the week. So you're following like 17 people with this one account. At least 17 people.
I'm back.
Yeah, Sue's back.
And now I think I'm going to start chopping some stuff up over here. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. All right. And also while keeping an eye on our smoker temp, because we did have the grill lid open for a little longer than I like to have it open. But, you know, it's going to be just fine. Just fine. Let's see right here.
Oh, yeah. I did put the mandolin to the side if that's what you wanted to use, but if you don't want to, that's fine.
Nah, I think we'll just do it.
So in the meantime, while we are waiting for the chicken wings to smoke, which at the end of this, that's where you're going to see us flash fry. That's where you're going to see us make the Nashville hot seasoning real quick. The recipe for the Nashville hot seasoning is already up on FoodtokTV, so don't worry about that. In the meantime, we're going to prep and make our salad. So our theme here, we are the Tailgate. We're Tennessee fans. So no, I don't think anybody guessed what the third Saturday of October is.
Nobody?
Nobody.
Nobody, really?
Nobody guessed it, but it's okay. It's okay. Not everyone's a Vols fan. I get it. It's fine. You guys are okay. But the third Saturday in October is always when the Tennessee Vols play Alabama. And so it's one of those that Tennessee doesn't win a whole lot, but when we do, everyone goes nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's our favorite game to win.
It's our favorite, yeah, because then everybody gets to have a stogie afterwards.
Right. But it's our favorite game to win. And so with this, we're kind of taking some of the Tennessee, you know, with... Hold on, let me continue on with my story before I get to the point. The other thing that we're tailgating is the Nashville Predators. You can see with his hat, we are also fans of hockey. And so the Nashville Predators are playing Winnipeg. And so our kind of idea here... Because a lot of times with the tailgate, we'll take inspiration from the teams who are rooting for we're playing against. And so with the Predators playing Winnipeg, the salad dressing is going to be a warm maple bacon vinaigrette to go with everything. We got the Nashville hot for the Nashville. And then, oh yeah. And then instead of just like a ranch, we would typically do a ranch seasoning, or not seasoning, I'm sorry, ranch dressing for the dipping for the hot chicken. That's what we would typically do. But since we're playing Alabama today, we are going to be doing an Alabama white sauce.
Yeah.
Just to switch it up a bit. So we got Alabama, Winnipeg, Tennessee. Let's go.
Yes. And Nashville. Because Knoxville, I'm from East Tennessee, and we steal everybody else's food. There's no, like, I don't think there's, like, a classic Knoxville. Oh, no, there's steamed hoagies.
Steamed hoagies.
Yeah.
The old hippie says, hi, cooking hippie in the backwoods of Georgia.
Hey, all right. Then you don't like Alabama either, do you?
Yeah, yeah.
You're our friend today.
Oh, yeah. When I was asking earlier about who they're rooting for, I'm looking back up at the answers, and someone said, anybody but Alabama.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's
AB, the best. So you're cheering for the Vols today.
Yeah, that's the best answer.
Right. Anybody but Alabama. It's definitely one of those teams that people love to hate.
The whole state of Alabama.
Like, we make jokes that if we were ever in a hostage situation, the way you would know we were actively in a hostage situation would be to say,
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Or I don't care too much for mustard. I'm the mustard queen. That's why it's funny. If you look on this app and look for ketchup is garbage, which is my handle, or mustard queen, that's my content. That's me. Robert, how are you? Welcome in. Melissa Murd is in here, and we have an Alabama fan in here, which is okay. You're allowed to have wrong opinions.
Yeah, we have.
No, I get it. If you're in the Alabama like world, you're in that.
Yeah,
you're either in or you're out. We are out.
Yeah, we're definitely out. But we do have an authentic white sauce recipe for you.
We do. We'll be doing. And the recipe that I'll be using, and oftentimes when I'm coming up with my own signature recipe, whenever I'm coming up with my own signature recipe for a condiment or a dish, I will spend forever just looking through all the different recipes and what I like out of certain recipes and pull. I know a lot of us look at recipes that way, where we just pull from a bunch of different ones. But with the Alabama white sauce, it's there's only one recipe you need to follow, which is Big Bob's recipe. He's the one that founded the he founded a barbecue joint in Decatur, Alabama, and he's the one that's known for creating the Alabama white sauce and making it what it is. And he actually opened up his first barbecue joint in 1925. So this year is the 100th anniversary of the Alabama white sauce. So I'm not celebrating Alabama, but I will celebrate their white sauce. It's a mayo-based sauce. There's some things in there. Vinegar, horseradish. There's apple cider vinegar, there's lemon juice, there's horseradish, there's Worcestershire, mayo, a little bit of paprika.
It's good stuff.
So with my bacon here, this is going to be for my warm maple bacon dressing that we are doing. And with my bacon, whenever I'm cooking bacon, because I need the grease, I like to go low and slow with this. I would often do this in my oven, but I'm out here cooking with y'all. A lot of our oven prep we've already done, since we don't like to use the oven when we're cooking outside. So of course, cook this in the oven if that's easier for you, but I like to do a low and slow method, because the longer it takes for this bacon to render and release the fat, the more fat I'm going to get out of it. So if I need the bacon grease as an ingredient, low and slow is the way to go. We're going to take our time. And you know what? The longer this takes to cook, I have actually spent over an hour cooking bacon just to like get as much grease as I could out of there. Nobody has a problem with your house smelling like bacon. I mean, unless you don't like bacon. But wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Looks like good weather for tailgate. It absolutely is. Typically the sun is right here beaming right down on us, but we have a perfectly beautiful cloud. This is like perfect weather for us right now. I wish every single one of our tailgate shows were like this. We are in Nashville, Tennessee. So that's why we're doing a lot of like Nashville and Tennessee themed stuff. But because we're the tailgate, we're tailgating the Alabama game and then the Nashville Predators in Winnipeg. So that's where the bacon's coming from. The
Tennessee game.
The
Alabama game. Ugh.
Well, I mean, okay, from a perspective of being a Tennessee person, yes, it is the Alabama game. To you guys, it's the Tennessee game, right? Yeah, because they don't come from that perspective.
This is the name that should not be mentioned.
You are correct. You are correct.
And of course, we could not have wings without some celery, you know.
Oh yeah. So with this. Oh yeah, we are going to need some crudité for it, because, you know, he's actually never been a fan of just raw celery until he started eating it with buffalo and hot chicken. Mm-hmm. And with the garnishes on the plate, whenever there's carrot and celery on your plate with the spicy stuff, it's meant to be something to help you with that heat.
Where are the carrots?
To the right of the refrigerator.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to need to get a paper towel to. But like, look how much grease I'm getting from there. Low and slow is the way to go, baby.
Low and slow.
Yo, if you think you know who I am, but you're not sure where I came from, I'm also known as the Mustard Queen. You may have seen some of my content over the years where I make mustard from scratch. I have some ideas for coming back. It's been a minute since I've regularly made content. I'll post content here and there, but I'm wanting to come back where I post daily again. I'm going to get a plate with a paper towel to help drain this. Are they tapping the screens? Have you yelled at them to tap screens?
I don't know. Yeah, they are now.
There we go.
If you're not tapping, you're napping, which is okay. It's you know, it's college football day. You can be napping too. I'm not, you know.
Like, we're not mad at you if you're napping, as long as you have us, like, open.
I'd probably be napping if, you know.
Right?
If I could.
Which actually, we're super excited because our show is on at 4 p.m. on Saturdays. And so oftentimes the Tennessee Vols games, they start at 2:30. And so we're completely unable to even partake in any of the game stuff. But tonight we actually got it's on at 6 o'clock tonight, or 6:30 tonight. So if we keep our show shorter than 3 hours, we'll be able to watch the game.
All right, well, let's try to do that. Like, this is the quickest show you've ever seen me do.
I know, right? Like, bye.
Bye.
But, you know, with all the games being on, like, all different, like, subscription channels and stuff like that, typically we would get every single service we could, like, all 6 different services, so we could watch all the games across. So we've saved money on subscription services by doing our show on Saturdays.
To us, it's, you know, it's you have to have like 6 different subscription services anyway, even with cable. So we just got rid of cable.
And y'all, this is something I love to do just to, like, if I'm trying to figure out some way to prep during the week, because these can stay in your refrigerator all week long, and you can just sprinkle them on salads, throw dressings together, yada yada. So I am going to be careful with this. Oh yeah. So I'm going to bring my heat down to, and then we'll make our warm maple dressing. I'm going to turn this off, actually. I'll turn it back on.
It looks like one of them big foam fingers that you see at the game. Big
foam fingers. Hey, Mark, how are ya? Casey says, hi, Dad.
I have, you know, I have a dad sense of humor.
He really does. I say he's like the best dad, but just without any children.
Yeah.
His dad jokes.
Let's see what we can do with some of these.
Okay, so for this warm, you know what? I'll go ahead and get the oil kind of started going well, because we're going to flash fry these. And with this large container of mine, sometimes it takes a while for the oil to heat up. So if I keep it on a little lower, by the time I'm ready for it, it'll be ready. So let's get this started on medium low. There we go. This is for the wings that will be. Cloud, where are you at? See what I mean by that beautiful cloud? So for our warm maple dressing, I'm going to be starting with, why did I not bring out my Dijon? How do I bring out everything but the mustard?
How does the mustard queen forget her Dijon?
How does mustard queen forget the mustard?
Right. I would figure like you'd have it on like a little rope, like Dijon, Dijon on a mustard on a rope.
Right.
You know, it's not a bad idea. It's like they have the little keychain hot sauces.
Oh yeah.
And so like I've seriously contemplated getting a little hot sauce keychain.
Oh yeah, I was even like thinking about that as something to sell once we finally like make our sauces to sell. Like pocket mustard?
Oh yeah, pocket. Oh yeah, because we're Tennessee fans.
Yeah.
And if you don't know anything about that, just look it up.
The mustard bowl.
The mustard bowl.
I forget what. Who were we playing?
It was Ole Miss.
It was Ole Miss.
It was Ole Miss, and with Lane Kiffin as the coach, which I think he still is.
Yeah.
And there's a whole thing that goes back.
Yeah.
To that.
Like it was. They had made a really bad call. This was in the Tennessee Stadium, and the refs had made like a really bad call that. I don't know if it cost us the game. No, the players
Ole Miss, like the players were just having cramp. They were just all of a sudden like everyone was.
Oh yeah, they were all like faking being hurt and like, cramping.
They must have not have given them any water in the Tennessee locker room, at all.
Right.
They were just completely depraved of hydration.
So the fans were so frustrated over this that they just started throwing things onto the field and even hit Lane Kiffin with the golf ball.
Yeah, hit him with a golf ball. Almost hit him with a mustard bottle.
Yeah, but like one of the most famous photos from that is like a thing of mustard that was thrown on the field. Yeah. And so the joke is like, who was carrying around mustard in their pockets? And I'm like, Falls fans.
So who else, right? Yeah, I think you've even got to like go back and look at some of your videos.
I have a video from like when that happened. Like I had made a video about that.
Way back.
So I'm basically going to be doing about 4 parts of my bacon grease and some olive oil with 1 part each of everything else in here. Mustard is part of my salad dressing in here. And when I say Dijon, use whatever mustard. Like you can replace Dijon, like you can substitute with yellow mustard if you want. Probably wouldn't be the best, but you could substitute with, you know, any sort of stone ground, any sort of things. Whenever I'm making mustard sauces type things, I like doing a smooth Dijon, and then I like doing like a whole grain Dijon, so you can like see the specks. The specks aren't going to give you as much flavor as the paste or as the brown one. So I like doing both for texture and flavor in there. And so about 1 tablespoon of mustard with about 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. This is such a good fall dressing here. And you can measure this out to be more exact if you want. I'm not doing that. So we got the maple, we got that. And then with the dressing, I will also be apple cider. This is actually me after saying to Ryan today, hey, we need to make sure we have everything out here.
Yeah, I know, Taylor. Like, make sure we have everything out here. I'm like, no.
Remember how I was the one telling you how you needed to make sure you had all your equipment out here, and then here I am running inside?
Yes, I do remember that.
I do remember that. I do remember this.
Put a carrot in my cup so it don't blow away on me. Luckily, it landed right side up on the ground, though, too. So
about a tablespoon of Dijon, or of raw apple cider. So this and the bacon grease is going to be pretty much like the basics of it. On the recipe on FoodtokTV.com, where you can look at the warm maple bacon dressing, there are some other add-ins you can add to it if you want. I did suggest some ground ginger to kind of like, I'm not going to get the ginger, but then like sherry is another option just to add a little bit more earthiness, a little umami. And this dressing is going to be for a kale and beet salad. So this little bit of sherry for that will be phenomenal.
And we have so much
phenomenal
kale. So much kale. This is going to be, I love Taylor's kale salads.
Oh, yeah, because I have mastered the kale.
She's got technique for days.
Yes.
And we got some nice kale. We have some very pretty kale for you.
I'm going to do a little bit of pepper here.
Really, it's for us, but it's for you too.
So just like whenever I make any sort of vinaigrette here, like whenever you make an emulsion, like mayonnaise, whenever you're making mayonnaise, you mix all your ingredients first. The mustard here is our emulsifier. Mustard is a great emulsifier here. I'm going to combine this first real quick. And so this is mostly, I mean, this is basically fat, right? And so the fat and the vinegar is not going to want to mix together. And so this is why we have to slowly incorporate that in there. Another thing is when you're using bacon as the emulsifier, bacon, oh crap, I think it's saturated. Animal fats are going to be saturated. So like the way they're chemically built, like their structure is going to be a lot more like building blocks. So it's really hard for them to become emulsified. So you want to cut it with a vegetable oil, which has more like flexible chemical compounds. And the way that this can actually make sense in a way that you can actually visibly see it, when this comes to room temperature, it's going to harden. So it's not going to make a good emulsifier. So we want to cut it with another oil. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in here too. So about 3 tablespoons of this to 1 tablespoon of that. About 50-50 with a little more bacon flavor. And I'm just going to emulsify. We're going to get it nice and creamy, nice and creamy. And if it's emulsified correctly, it'll be nice and creamy and won't turn into a brick when it's room temperature. But we will be making this to serve. I'm not going to pour all of this, just a couple more tablespoons worth. 1. And this will be the warmed bacon dressing. Of course, you can just use reserved bacon grease that you already have. You just got to warm it up in the skillet first, because this has to be liquid when you work with it. So when you're using the bacon as an emulsifier or as part of an emulsion, you will need to cut it with the vegetable fat as well. I love this little whisk here. What up, what up, what up? Y'all, we are going to get to the Nashville hot chicken later on. I'm excited about the Nashville hot chicken wings. We are just trying to health it up a little bit with this salad. I say as I'm making a salad dressing with bacon grease.
It is a smoking right now as we speak.
I love this whisk. Oftentimes when I'm making emulsion, I'll either use something electric or I'll like throw everything in a jar and shake it vigorously for it. But this one, not even sure what you'd call this whisk, but I typically see people use it to froth up their coffees.
Yes.
Like a frothing whisk.
Yes, I like it. It's, yeah.
But I'm having fun with it right here.
I like it. I like it. It's seems like it does more work with you having to do less work.
Exactly, it really does.
And that's the kind of thing we like around here.
I haven't salted this yet. Oh my goodness. I think just a little bit of salt. Maybe even a little more maple.
That went right to the throat. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more maple. I'm getting a little more maple.
Yeah, but the maple is like a prominent flavor.
Yes, and that's a bourbon barrel aged maple too.
Yeah, bourbon barrel aged maple.
Which I was very excited.
Not all maple syrups are mapled equally.
Not all are mapled equally. That's right.
Yeah, so pretty much like all maple is like there's higher quality maples than others, but it's not necessarily like the type of tree or like trees are better than each other. That's how you have higher quality maple syrup. Like it's not because a tree is better than the other. It's more so like how long they take to remove the water from the maple itself. So a lot more of those maple syrups that are like super like watery, they didn't spend a lot of time cooking out the water, so you get what you get.
Yeah. They're just trying to make a quick buck.
Right. So that's really a lot of the difference with some of the cheaper, more expensive ones is the water weight. And then also you got to look out for the imitation stuff too.
Also trying to make a quick buck.
Oh yeah, that maple is there.
Yeah. Now that screams fall salad to me.
Yeah, so our salad dressing's ready.
Yes, it is on theme, but it also...
And it's just us eating it. It's fine.
For this time of year. Yeah, we're not sharing this with nobody.
Yeah.
I will probably eat all of this crudité just by the end of the night.
Yeah, by the end of the show. Or not the end of the show.
Not the end of it, maybe. I could.
By halftime. By halftime. Y'all, thank you so much for joining us. I just finished up this warm maple bacon salad dressing that we are going to be using for our kale salad. He was just finishing up some crudité, and we're going to put together the salad. And probably by the end of, we'll put together the salad, and probably by the end of that, the chicken wings will be ready to flash fry. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Huh?
Oh, I was talking to the audience, asking them if they're ready, but are you ready?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
You got the feta?
I did not grab the feta. So I'll start by chopping this kale. I have not washed that kale. Okay, so this is the kale I did wash. We have two different types of kale that we're going to be working with. We have some purple kale, and then we have some Tuscan kale here. This is the Tuscan. This one's already been washed and dried and all that jazz. And y'all, I love kale salads. Love kale salads, but they get a bad rap. They get a bad rap because kale is bitter. And I know bitter is definitely an acquired taste. It's definitely one of those tastes that you can, as you get older, you are more comfortable. People are generally more comfortable with bitter foods because those taste buds that can detect bitter things kind of die down as we age. So maybe if you haven't tried kale in a few years, give it a shot. But with these salad dressings, it can be, or with salads, whenever you're eating it fresh, kale can often be very, I mean, it can often still be too bitter, even if you have mature taste buds, right? So what we are going to be doing with this is we're going to be massaging the kale. We're going to be massaging the kale with some oil before we add the dressing with it as well. And so I'll talk a bit more about this, but I had first learned about this about this technique.
May I take this out of your way?
Yes, please. I'd first learned about this technique with massaging the kale at a restaurant I had worked at.
We're shuffling here, guys.
We're shuffling. We're shuffling. We got to share. We're not very good at sharing spaces.
No, we're not. No,
we're not good at sharing spaces.
Is a space hog.
Yeah, I'm the space hog. Yeah, look at where our bodies are imprinted on the bed.
Yeah, I know. It's revenge for that's what it is.
How is that fair? We sleep way more than we cook. How is that fair?
That's what I'm saying.
What up, Trini? How are you? We got Trini and Melissa Murd in the comments sections. Trini is another Food Talk TV creator. She is on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central with Spoonful of Simple. And Melissa Murd is on Mondays at 6 p.m. with The Spice is Right. So we have a really awesome cast here on Food Talk TV. If you're not new to Food Talk TV, you may have seen me in the comments section as Mustard Queen. I'm getting rid of the stems because these are going to be like the tough, harder parts to deal. And because it's a salad and you could easily just tear it, you could just rip the stems out by hand. Just tear it by hand if you want. Probably don't even need a knife for this. Well, you do, but you don't. If you didn't want to use a knife, I don't think you would have to. You could just hand tear. But I had first tried this method with the kale. It was Adele's in Nashville. It's a restaurant that was, I'm not sure if Jonathan Waxman still owns it, but he was the one who founded that restaurant. You often see him on Food Network being like a celebrity guest judge, something like that. I often see him as a judge on there. But anyway, his restaurant in Nashville, Adele's, is where I first saw the massaging the kale technique, where they said it brings out the natural nuttiness. And I always thought it was cool, and it was something that I took with me even after I left that restaurant. But then later on, I became mustard queen and really obsessed with...
mustard queen.
I became a mustard queen. And then the science of mustard and the things related to mustard and all that jazz. But kale is in the same plant family as mustard. And so a lot of the things that explain the heat and the bitterness out of mustard also explain it in kale. So as you're massaging it, you're rupturing the plant cell walls. And then when you're massaging it with the oil is going to absorb that bitterness to where it's not as prominent of a flavor. So you're rupturing the cell walls, combining it with a oil or some other fat. I've even seen people use pecans or some sort of crushing it with pecans. Because the nuts, something that's fatty that will absorb that, because that bitterness compound is fat soluble. So that's what we're doing here. And the funny thing is that plants, I'm so sorry, I know you keep wanting to talk, but I
just want somewhere to work.
Okay. Let me finish my kale. Let me finish my kale.
You're good. I've got to work around. You're rolling.
Oh yeah. But it's funny because the reason why these plants do that is to prevent animals from eating the leaves. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Don't forget to get your heart me's. It prevents animals from coming to eat it because once they chomp on the leaves, they rupture the cell walls, that bitterness comes out. It's supposed to stop the animals from continuing to eat these. However, they say there's a theory that over time, mustard and kale and all these things just over time have gotten more bitter over time, trying to continue protect itself and advance. And so there is that theory. But yeah, that's what we're doing with the kale salad. If you think you don't like kale when it's raw, try massaging. Try giving it a good massage.
Massage.
I can be too bitter without a good massage.
Yeah, and it's a massage. So we do have some Predator's colors in our salad.
Oh yeah, he's dealing with the beets.
So we have yellow beets, golden beets, but golden beets, if you will. And I also have red beets, which I guess are crimson beets today.
Crimson.
Yeah.
Ew.
I know it sounds terrible, but it's going to be delicious.
We're on theme.
Yeah,
say what you will about us, but we are
point.
on theme. Interesting. So what do we do with the stalks? I'm not doing anything with these. These are edible. It's just that they're too tough for this. Yeah. I often leave it in, but they're not worth it.
You want to cook it down if you're gonna cook them up like greens. That you can keep the stuff. If you're gonna be low and slow with them,
and this is not the crunch factor I want in the salad. This is not my crunch factor.
Not the crunch factor.
Yeah.
I like to roast these guys with the tails on. We pre-roasted these.
Oh yeah, we did pre-roast.
Olive oil and salt. So these are not raw beets over here. But yeah, so I like to leave the tails on so they don't leach out the juice. I only cut the stem portion off at that point, so that when they're cooling, they don't bleed their juices out, you know?
Right. I'm going to try and be rolling, 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 rolling. Oh yeah. But kale is a brassica. Brassica is common, or what I call the mustard family. And kale is actually specifically Brassica oleracea. And if you've never heard of that plant species before, learn about it because it's super cool. Brassica oleracea is actually it's derived from an ancient, like a wild cabbage or a wild mustard. So that's the origin of it.
Perfect. It's soft enough, but it's still just a little albite.
Albite. Yeah, but over time, farmers would kind of like direct how this plant should grow. Like they would focus on like the leaves for certain things. They would focus on like the armpit of the plant for certain things. And so that's how the Brassica oleracea, that one species, is able to be kale, it's broccoli, it's cauliflower, it's kohlrabi, it's Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts are the armpit. In case you didn't guess that, that's the armpit of the plant. Yeah. But yeah, that one plant species, all derived from an ancient mustard plant.
It'd be, I feel like little kids would be more justified. They're like, you better eat your armpits. I don't want to eat my armpits. They're good for you.
Which, like, until the 70s, Brussels sprouts were extremely, extremely bitter, like almost inedible. So a lot of people that are like older than I am, like people were growing up in the 70s and 80s or 70s, well, probably there may be some people who have gone their entire lives thinking that they hate Brussels sprouts, but they haven't tried Brussels sprouts since like they re-engineered the plant to have less bitterness compounds. And
people started figuring out it's better to roast them.
Oh yeah,
also, because I remember every Brussels sprout I was ever given as a kid was soggy and
oh gosh.
But I loved them though. Still, I was a weirdo.
I hated Brussels sprouts until I was actually able to make some myself. How do you guys feel about Brussels sprouts? Is that something that you had to be convinced to like? Do you only like them when they're roasted, or can you have them no matter the sog?
I don't like.
It honestly offends me when people serve me Brussels sprouts any other way than roasting or frying. Deep frying.
Or grilled. Forget about grilled.
High heat grill.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, seared. Crispy sprouts.
Anything that's high heat is good for me.
Crispy sprouts with...
Well, not anything that's high heat, because boil is a high heat.
Crispy sprouts with some umami, too. Something, in there.
Oh, Dramer loves them. Melissa Murd loves them. What is he cutting? Oh, he is working on the beets for this salad. So while we are waiting for our Nashville hot chicken wings to smoke, we are working on... And this salad, the recipe is up for the salad dressing, and the Nashville hot seasoning. But we're calling the salad Kale Beets Bacon. But it's those kind of beets, but calling it Kale Beets Bacon. It's a rage baity title, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when we live in a rage bait economy,
If your brother was here, we'd call it Beets by Trey.
My brother's name is Trey. That's funny. Oh, that was a lot of kale. Kale, yeah.
I wanted to call it beats the kale out of me, but didn't like that one.
Oh, is the purple kale in there?
I got demoted. It is in there. I did not wash it though because I was going after this stuff over here. But so this is why I pretty much wrapped up my veggie chopping with these.
Oh yeah, they can't really see beets. How ridiculous, but
how beety this is.
It is just in time for Halloween, right?
Yeah. Ah! Ah! And my fingers will be like very, very, very festive.
Yeah. So you know what? Red beets are a great option for Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah, because like Halloween is really there's a lot of recipes for food that looks like other food, like themed food.
Oh yeah, yeah. The little grape eyeballs and stuff.
All right.
So yeah, we have our golden beets over there, which are yellow. We have our carrots, which are orange. We got the Tennessee repping that, and we have our crimson beets over here for you Bama fans. So we got you know we're on point over here, and it's going to be pretty darn tasty. I can tell you that for sure.
Whew, I'm coming back with the kale.
So this particular recipe required a lot of meal prep today. We've been meal prepping for a hot minute today. And it's just a salad and some wings. We've been prepping for hours to make a salad and some wings.
Yeah, we were doing some like oven prep stuff. Like we don't have an oven out here, so of course we roasted the beets ahead of time. And oh, okay, so new talking point. Pop quiz, y'all. Are these called red or purple kale?
Oh, I don't even know that. I know what I called it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know like what I called it, but what is it called on the label? And then I'm going to explain why, too. I'm going to try and remove the stems as quickly as possible. Ah, there we go. Just dealing with them folded in half. There we go. So red, 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 red. Yes, everyone is saying red. It is red kale. It is. Now think about it, though. Think about it, though. We know it's not red. We know it's not red. We know it's purple. And the same thing goes with the red onion. It's clearly purple. And the cabbage. And the cabbage. So why do we call it red when it is clearly purple? What gives? Well, what gives? Well. The name of... So when languages are being created, right? When you're first starting out with a new language, brand new, trying to communicate with the people around you, and you're originating a language, with those languages being originated, they don't come out with all the colors at first. Like first there's black, white, red. Yeah, black, white, red, and yellow. Those are the first colors to like be named in a language setting. And until there are more words developed and they have added more words to the language, this is still considered red because they don't have a name for purple yet. So the kale was named prior to purple being a word, but after red. Prior to language being a thing. Yeah, yeah. It was named. So I mean, that's what language is just like figuring out a way to identify things in a way that people will understand you. It's like the hipster of vegetables. Can't find kale around you. It got named before it was cool. Oh man. All right, now I gotta wash my fingers like immediately. Because I would say arugula is the most comparable to kale, though I don't find arugula as bitter. I do find it a bit more peppery with that. We have grown kale before, and kale is super easy to grow. The thing is that you got to worry about is that mustard and brassicas have their own specific pests that are their own specific pests that don't care about the bitterness, right? So these plants generate this bitterness to avoid being eaten, but diamondback moths do not, or diamondback moths, they don't care about the bitterness. So that's one of the few bugs that I will on site.
Those and leaf-footed nymphs.
Leaf-footed nymphs and the diamondback moth are two that I will just on site.
Yeah.
And that's not usually how I like to take care of my problems, you know. I like to like escort off the premises, you know.
Yeah, we prefer to you know, relocate any interlopers.
Oh, very rural area. Okay. You might have better luck growing it if kale is something that you enjoy.
Have you ever been a juror?
Rural juror. 30 odd joke. But yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I really am a mustard queen that knows entirely too much about mustard and brassicas and brassica things. Hey, Maxie, how are ya? Thanks for joining us. Y'all, let us know what teams you're rooting for. This is the tailgate, but we like to do, I'm cutting up this kale for the salad, even though we're the tailgate. If we only did like typical tailgate foods, then we would only be making like fried dippers and burgers every single week, and we're not about that. So we try and do a salad each week. That, and we really love salad. We really love salad. So you know what? You can tailgate with a salad.
Welcome to the Tailgate.
Welcome to the Tailgate. I love it. I love it.
All right.
Yeah, so we got people rooting for Alabama. We're Tennessee Vols fans.
We're getting a little sprinkle over here.
Oh, is it a little sprinkle?
I felt a few drops. I wasn't sure if it was you slinging them.
Oh, it might be me slinging. It might be me slinging because I did just wash these.
Kale.
Oh yeah. Oh, we don't have any clouds directly above us. All of our clouds are just right over here, over the sun. It's perfect, y'all. It's perfect weather to tailgate.
It is, yes, to tailgate.
Perfect tailgate weather.
All right, let me get set up and let's see what else it is that I have to do. I got to get that feta chopped and chunked.
Oh yeah, I am excited about this. I love a good kale salad, and every time I'm making this kale salad on camera, people are going to be like, I hate kale. Kale is icky. Yuck. And I will say, well, you have not tried it with massaging the salad.
Just wait. You wait.
I mean, you know, I'm a lot less bitter after a massage. So is the kale.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I will explain that all over again because it's one of my favorite food things to talk about is kale and brassicas and mustardy themes of stuff. I mean, I'm the mustard queen. I love to discuss mustardy things. So some of this like really curly parsley, before I started massaging the salads, I would just use it as a garnish kale.
I keep feeling like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think so. We got pretty much everything for the salad. And I also made ahead of time these. We
did prep these ahead of time since, you know, no oven out here.
Croutons with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. That's it. It only takes, they don't even take 15 minutes to make a batch. And they're so good.
Oh, yeah. Like nice and crunchy, but like still soft on the inside.
Yes. Favorites. And it's a nice fall color there. And taste, the pumpernickel is a nice kind of...
You know, this reminds me, I don't think we've actually been inside of a Ruby Tuesday since before the pandemic. Like, I don't think we have because, like, I know, I'm thinking about this. It's like, man, I don't even know if Ruby Tuesday still does their all-you-can-eat salad bar anymore. Because I know, like, during that pandemic, that's when a bunch of restaurants decided to just, like, get rid of stuff that it's held on to over the years. And claim it was because of labor issues.
I know, yeah, that's a great excuse.
Yeah. A lot of restaurants used it as an excuse to get rid of stuff that, you know, people loved, but it was too labor or money intensive. So anybody know if Ruby Tuesdays is like still a salad bar joint? Because that's what those croutons, you know, were inspired by. Were those croutons?
They cut their hours. They charge us double for half the stuff, and then they gaslit us by being like, nobody wants to work anymore.
Right.
Nobody ever wanted to work.
Right.
We still don't.
Yeah, nobody wants to work. Oh, they closed all yours. Yeah, I think they closed a bunch of ours in the it might be one of those where there's a couple of them out there.
I've only seen one. I think they closed the one in Cookeville.
Yeah. Cookeville was the closest one. I think they even closed the Nashville one too.
There was one in Madison, but I think the one on Donaldson Pike is still open.
Ah.
I think that's where I saw that.
Which is crazy.
I wanted chunky feta. Like, I didn't want to do like a snow thing, like a snow globe kale salad. So I wanted some chunks. And that's exactly precisely what we're going to do with it. It's almost like tofu. Tofu feta.
Oh, I love the feta block. A lot of times we buy the feta like when it's not in the block, when it's already crumbled. And I actually find that the feta lasts a lot longer when it's sold to us as crumbles. So it's good to keep in the fridge, but we love the block. And I love the brine that it comes in. I will use the brine that the feta comes in as part of my salad dressing sometimes. So good.
I'm going to use a smaller knife on that. I didn't want to get my knife. So
yes, eating raw kale is okay. You can absolutely eat it. A lot of people aren't fans of it because of the bitterness in there, which is why I'm showing you all how to massage your kale.
Yes.
Because I promise you, it's a lot more palatable. It's so much more palatable.
It is so good.
And of course, with this, we're also considering our, gotta let that. Oh, the crunchness too, because we are massaging it. There's still going to be a little bit of crunch in the lettuce, but we're not depending on the lettuce to be our crunch. We're not depending on kale to be the crunch. So we're adding things for crunch.
I'm not dependent on you, Kale.
Yeah. Kale, yeah. Y'all, welcome to the tailgate, the Tailgate.
The Tailgate.
On Food Talk TV. If you're not following Food Talk TV, you totally should be, because we're on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Central. And then we have all sorts of other creators on the rest of the days of the week. We got 2 shows Monday and Tuesday. We got 3 shows Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got the Tailgate.
The Tailgate.
And then Sunday Night Live tomorrow is going to be Christine at 6 p.m. Central. All of our times are in Central. And that is TikTok's longest running live cooking show.
I'm just going to put these back in here.
Okay. I think I'm finally satisfied with the amount. And of course, we are out of gloves. So I'm going to make sure, I mean, my hands were clean when I started chopping this, but I'm going to make sure they're extra clean since I'm getting in here.
Yes. And prop that there. Yeah. And this was like $1 more than the already crumbled kind. And sometimes the crumbled one's got some good chunks in it. And sometimes it's nice that it's really crumbly, but I didn't want really I want chunky feta today. That's what I was craving.
All right.
A little feta pop.
Thank you for the heart. I'm working on my finger hearts.
It's good. It's good like that too. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, when it's in a block, there's a lot more moisture to it. I absolutely love it. It doesn't last as long in the fridge though. So
it looks like something that would be on a Ruby's salad bar.
It really does. So
maybe that's what I was subconsciously thinking. I don't know.
Y'all, we are going to allot at least 5 minutes to this. At least 5 minutes is going to be allotted to the massage. We are taking our time with this. And we're not doing with the salad dressing we made. We're doing this with just straight olive oil first. Okay. And the reason why we do just straight olive oil first is because we need something that's high in fat. Because as we massage it, we're going to be rupturing the cell walls of the leaves. And as we rupture the cell walls of the leaves, the plant's, I guess it's its own defense mechanism. It's the plant's defense mechanism against things trying to eat it. It'll release that bitterness. Now with the oil though, that bitterness, that compound is fat soluble. So the oil is just like absorbing that bitterness that we're releasing by massaging it. And so that's how you get less bitter of a kale.
You break through the cell walls. You're going to escape from Calcatraz.
Yeah, so that bitterness that's inside the leaves, we're massaging it out of there. And you don't want to do it with the salad dressing, right? You don't want to do it with the salad dressing. It's got to be straight oil because this bitterness that's relieved, it's going to be absolved by the fat. It's going to dissipate, right? It's very volatile. It's going to dissipate. It's either going to be absorbed by the oil or it's going to evaporate quickly. Any sort of heat, any sort of warmth is going to cause that bitterness to evaporate. If we do something with an acid, though, like a salad dressing, that acid is going to preserve that flavor. So rather than that flavor like evaporating out or becoming part in the fat, like saluting itself into the fat, you know, if we add something with acid to it, it's going to preserve it. And so that bitterness is going to stay in there. So we want to massage it first with just straight oil. Why in the middle of a sentence all the time?
Hit you with a waitress technique.
So we're not wanting to do too much oil here, just enough. Because know that we are going to add more dressing here later. What up, Jeanette? In the middle of a good kale massage here. Kale, yeah.
Getting fed cheese in the middle of a good massage.
Yeah, I
know how to treat a lady.
So we're making the kale less bitter by massaging it, rupturing the plant cell walls, and rubbing it in with the oil.
Yes.
A good 5 minutes to this. So we're not going to rush it. Because, you know, I get less bitter after a massage. I appreciate all of your heart me's and everything, y'all. Ah, love me some kale, too. We're calling today the Tailgate. Love the kale. You can eat kale raw or cooked. For this salad, it's going to be raw. And this was actually the kind of gateway to get me into eating kale raw, was having it massaged first. It kind of introduces that to you. A lot of people don't like kale because of that bitterness. As we age, we lose taste buds. So a lot of those things that we may have considered too bitter as a child, you know, are going to be fine as adults. You can even see, like, my hands are green and, like, the green oils are, like, coming.
It's the gateway brassica.
Yeah, gateway brassica. So this, having a salad or having a kale salad with it being massaged like this is what, yeah, the gateway kale.
Gateway kale, yep.
And so we do have the fryer up here because we are working on the Nashville hot wings that are still smoking.
Yes. And they, I said 45 minutes at 300, but we didn't get up to 300. We've been around like, you know, 230 to 250. So it's okay that we're taking our time on this because they're just getting a little bit more smoked. They're just doing their thing.
Yeah, back when I worked at that restaurant that would serve the salads with the lettuce massaged in there, back when I worked there, like there would be someone like, you know, in kitchens, you typically have like chef, you have sous chef, and then, you know, salad, fry guy, you know, whatever.
Fry guy. Different
kitchens have different people. But in this kitchen, there would be someone on shift specifically for massaging kale. Like that was someone's shift, was kale massaging. Jeanette, thank you for the pumpkins. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And with this salad dressing, we've already made the warm maple bacon Dijon vinaigrette on here. And this is a perfect little fall-y salad. We haven't done anything pumpkin yet.
Well, yeah, we hadn't even done anything fall yet. This is the first thing.
Oh, we did a squash salad the other day. Or not the other day, the other week.
We kind of did. We got
introduced.
We dipped in the gourds a little bit, but you know.
So y'all, I feel like I'm done with this already, but I allotted myself 5 minutes. I am using the 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's going to make
I think I'm done, but I'm allotting myself the full 5 minutes.
5 more minutes, please.
You know?
Because when you're
put on a fun YouTube video.
Yeah, when you're on the massage table, you're never going to turn down an extra 5 minutes. You're like, oh, well, you know, we don't.
Go to the Food Talk TV page and rewatch one of our lives or something, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
watch the mustard bowl.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of things, which by the way, if you're massaging like this and you're making this salad, you can, and you're not sure like how to finish up on the recipe, once Kaz gets it on to our Alexa, we do have Alexa. Sorry if I activated you. But you can say, hey, blank, open Food Talk TV. And then you'll be able to ask it to be like, hey, so what do I do next after massaging the kale?
Karen says she loves kale, and so she's going to try the massaging technique.
Oh, yeah. It's a really good, you kind of get this like nuttiness flavor, and then you lose some of the bitterness.
It does. It like that. Just the little piece that the little ones that are falling over here.
And of course, you want to do this before serving.
It does give it a nuttiness. That's the thing I was forgetting.
The walnuts.
Yup.
And so I wouldn't massage this if we weren't going to eat the entirety of this today. I would just massage like what you are going to eat. This is be something. Okay, my 5 minutes are up. I have my hands are basically turning green right now with how much I've like massaged all of those bitter components out. But just 5 extra minutes to massage, less bitter. I'm also less bitter after a massage.
5 more minutes is a lot, and it's a lot in the massage world, but then it's not. It's not at all really. It goes by fast. You would usually chop these up kind of fine. I don't even. These aren't toasted. We didn't toast them, and we're not gonna. We're just gonna do them. I want it to be a chunky salad. I think so. Did chunky feta, and so the walnut halves. Well, that looks Halloweeny, right? Little walnut half. Oh yeah.
Ryan and I love salads, so
I am here for the food. I'm just snacking.
This is absolutely all going to be eaten by us tonight. I guarantee it. By the end of the Vols Alabama game, this will be gone. Every single bit will be gone. I guarantee it. I wonder if I should have tossed it with some of the dressing before this, or if I should drizzle on top.
You can still do that.
Yeah, I can still do that. Hold on, redo, guys, redo.
Redo.
Let's get out some of the maple bacon.
Just extra tossing. Here, I'll give that a little wipe down.
Yeah.
Make it pretty. Presentation.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Nice and creamy vinaigrette dressing. If you weren't here for this, the recipe for this is up on FoodtokTV.com. We had cooked up some bacon and used some of that melted grease along with some combined olive oil, because if you're making an emulsion with bacon grease, any sort of animal fat, you also have to cut it with a vegetable fat because of the way that the structures are. Vegetable fats want to be emulsified. Pretty much if it's hard at room temperature, you want to cut it with something that's not hard at room temperature. So bacon grease and the olive oil as the fat base. There's also mustard and maple and Dijon in here. We also added a little bit of sherry to kind of like bring out some of the earthiness that's going to go really well with the beets.
And we have the bacon too.
Yes, and we'd have the bacon bits for this as well. With the tossed salad, it's always less is more, and then we can always add more to it. Oftentimes, I will dress the bowl at the bottom before I add the lettuce to it because it's easier to dress the bowl than it is the salad, but you know what? Already working. Nice little tossy toss. If I was working in a professional kitchen, I would be flailing a lot more, and half the salad would be on the floor.
I think I just found more things to snack on.
Yeah. All of our salad components are just Ryan's snacks.
Basically. That's why I said I wanted a big salad.
To make sure that like we didn't eat the whole thing before it became.
Yeah. And then to make sure we had plenty of salad to eat today. This looks amazing.
Oh yeah, you want to taste that to see if it's tossed. Did I toss this kale? The tongs don't work if you don't clank them first. Where'd you put it?
Right here.
Okay.
For a seamless transition.
I
was working behind the scenes the whole time.
For the real life edit. All this kale. Yes, yes, yes. So this was 2 bunches of the purple kale and then 1 bunch of the Tuscan kale.
Yes.
Sliced thin, massaged with some olive oil. 5 minutes. No less than 5 minutes.
And we love both the Tuscan kale is really good. The purple kale is really good. The red kale or purple. Depends on what period of time you come from.
Okay, so now we have beets. Beets.
In the meal prep containers.
In our meal prep containers. Love having these deli prep containers. I use them all the time.
Yes. And this is a hearty salad, guys.
Oh, we had a. Holy crap!
I know, right? It's a lot.
This is just half the beets because we got the gold and the red. We're calling this salad Kale Beets Bacon. We wanted to have a nice little rage baity name for it.
Yes.
But it's beets as in these beets, not that kale beets as in wins over bacon.
Yeah.
Kale Beets Battlestar Galactica.
Be careful if you touch that with your fingers.
Yeah, the red.
Still pink, and I
nice little way to get our fingers all themed up for Halloween coming up.
Yes, Halloweeners.
Which, y'all, we have already had a bunch of great Halloween and fall recipes on FoodtokTV. You can even go to the FoodtokTV.com website and just search for fall or Halloween. And plus we've been going live every single day since 2021, so we have years of recipes to look up for whatever theme you're looking for.
Recipes for years.
Yes, but this salad recipe and the salad dressing recipe, they're already up on FoodtokTV.
Yes.
So
it's plenty of beets. Oh man, I love this. This looks like fall right here.
It's fall, y'all. So
fall, y'all.
And then of course some red onion, which whenever we do red onion on our salads, we love it when they're super sliced thin. I don't think these are like paper thin, but I'm glad you didn't do paper thin with these, so we get a little bit of like crunch.
Some are thinner than others. You're going to need it to stand up to all these beets. The beets are very earthy, and so in the kale, and just like, man, this is going to be very nice.
And I hate recipes where it's like a quarter cup of onion, because like, what am I supposed to do with the rest of the onion? But it's okay because like
meal prep. Sorry,
I have to give you a recipe with a fraction of an onion.
Sorry.
Oh man, my least favorite is when someone's like half a can of condensed milk. It's like, what am I supposed to do with the other half? Like, okay. And then some feta. Oh, and bacon.
Bacon. And don't forget the croutons too.
Because the bacon makes it way more tailgatey now, right? Like, it feels like, hey, we're serving a salad at a tailgate. It's fine. There's bacon.
Yeah, I mean, like, of course. Bacon makes it all right. And we're not going to go too crazy with croutons, so we can always put some more in there. Because these aren't super crunchy. They don't need, since it was dressed, the salad was dressed, there's no dressing for them to soak up. But they're nice, they're crispy on the outside, but soft on the inside.
I don't know if I need like all of this feta. Yeah.
Same with the feta.
All right.
And walnuts.
Tie the whole thing together. Which in a perfect world, we would have prepped these by already toasting the walnuts, but it's good. It's good. They are way better when they're toasted.
They are, but this is a fresh fall take on it.
Yeah. And after the show, we can always toast more nuts and add that in there. It really just juices up the...
And as we eat down on it, we can add more ingredients back to the kale, too, because we will. We totally will.
And there's our Kale Beets Bacon salad with massaged kale, 3 bunches, 1 Tuscan, 2 red kales. And then we have the golden beets and the red beets. Got feta and red onion and bacon and...
It was 2 Tuscans.
And then it's all in a maple bacon vinaigrette. So let's get a picture of this.
While
and then,
we got good lighting.
While we got good lighting, let's go ahead and take a photo of this, and then we'll shift back focus.
Back to the wings.
Back to Nashville hot chicken wings. Now that we're done with salad.
Nashville hot wings.
But even though we're doing a salad on a show called The Tailgate, at least we come correct with the salad.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't want to take this dish to your tailgate because it looks like it might get broken easily. But,
Yeah. Bring it in plastic Tupperware. It's fine.
Yep.
Kale, yeah. We got people saying Kale, yeah. I'm beautiful.
Kale, yeah.
Hello, Tasha. How are you? Thank you all so much for joining us. Y'all, I love kale and salads. Trust me on the massaged, and let me know. Come back to FoodtokTV and let us know if you try it with the massage, and let me know how much I changed your kale life.
Let me swap this around here. try to get as many angles as we can. And Taylor's gonna be like, why did you send me 50 pictures of salad? And I'm like, you know.
Couldn't decide.
Strive for excellence. I would rather send too many than not enough, though. To tell the truth here. West Virginia. Debbie. We're good. How are you, Debbie? Oh, yes. So, in case you're just coming in,
Kale beet salad.
we have a whole plate of fall rabbit food right here. Some lucky rabbits, if you ask me. But it ain't going to no rabbits. This is gonna get bottomed out today. I guarantee it. And
right.
I'll move this out of the way, and we have the fun part now.
Well, I'm mixing mayonnaise with some ingredients. How fun is that, right? No. But next, we are doing an Alabama white barbecue sauce. Oftentimes with Nashville hot chicken, it is served with ranch. Of course, that's typical. But because we're Tennessee Vols fans and we're playing Alabama today, we sometimes like to be on theme. And so we are doing an Alabama white barbecue sauce instead. This barbecue sauce is actually, it is a mayo-based sauce. Often served with smoked chicken in Alabama. It was created by, what's his name? Big Bob Gibson.
Big Bob
Because he came up with Big Bob Gibson's, or Big Bob's Grill in Alabama, Decatur, Alabama. And this is like the recipe. Like, I often like to look at other recipes and pick out my favorite parts whenever I'm creating my own original recipe. Now, the thing is with the Alabama white barbecue sauce, in the comment sections of so many of these, the comments would always be like, ignore this recipe, just look up Big Bob Gibson's recipe. Like, that's the only recipe you need. So I'm just doing Big Bob's recipe. It's not very often I do a recipe like straight as is, but I'll do Big Bob's recipe, which starts with a half cup of mayo. I'm going to pull out this thing, and I have a quarter cup of water. That's something that I don't see the other recipes have. So, and then we're also going to do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I don't like using the measuring cups for these, but of course you are more than welcome to use measuring cups if you'd like yours to be more exact. So 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And ooh, this one has apple cider vinegar and lemon for the sharpness. So let's get this lemon. Half a teaspoon. So we're just going for a little squeeze of the lemon. We can always taste and adjust later. And then with this one, it's just a small amount of horseradish. Which, y'all, horseradish is another mustard plant. Horseradish is another mustard plant. If you take brown mustard seeds, grind them up, and add cold water to it and let it sit for a few minutes, almost same exact taste as horseradish. It is that same harsh, nasally heat.
So we're very on brand today. We're on your brand. We're on several sports teams brand.
We're on sports teams. Yeah, we are well branded today.
We're on FoodtokTV's brand, which you should be checking out if you're new here and you ain't checked us out. No cinema.
No, what?
Rule.
Can't wait to try the salad. Please let us know if you try the salad, or at minimum, like, let us know if you try massaging the kale. The recipe for the salad and the recipe for the salad dressing are already up. So we'll add salt and pepper. Sometimes people add paprika to it. Does Big Bob add paprika? Nope, he adds cayenne to it. I
lost my screen there for a second.
Oh no!
So yeah. While we're not, Alabama fans, we rolled.
We'll be fans of their white sauce.
Of their white sauce, and they were also represented in the salad with our crimson beets.
Yeah, and with the crimson beets. Yeah, we had the golden beets and the crimson beets.
Yeah.
So the recipe for this. And you can just look it up. Food Network has one on their website that is officially from Big Bob Gibson. for his recipe, but it is a 1/2 cup mayo, a 1/4 cup water, 2 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon lemon, 1/2 teaspoon horseradish, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt is always to taste. Don't trust anybody else's judgment of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper to taste, and then dash of cayenne and about a tablespoon of sugar. I had brown sugar. That's what I had on hand. I'm not going inside just for the white sugar for it to have less flavor, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a one safe substitute.
This would have been another really good one for my whisk.
I know, yeah. Yeah, that'd have been the reason to go in.
Yeah, but then I would have to wash it too.
Yeah. Again, and then again.
I think I may need some more mayo just to thicken it up because I didn't measure the mayo. I only had measured the water. Yes, okay, I'm getting that whisk.
if you're gonna go back in with purpose. And while she's going back in, I'm just gonna see how she's doing with it. It's a little thin, but it's getting there.
I'm just obsessed with this whisk for sauces and stuff. I'm obsessed with it. It's I typically see people use it as a frothing, like for milk frothing, but would you get a rag, please?
Or yeah.
Love this, love this. Might have to get a little bit more mayo just to make sure we have some thickness. I don't want it too watery.
Will this work, or is that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. There you go, dear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then we'll taste and adjust for acidity and salt and pepper and all that. I'm not wanting this to be too horseradish heavy. There is just a small amount of horseradish in there. It's just meant to be like a little tang. It's not meant to be nasally heat in here, since this is actually here to counteract the Nashville hot heat we got going.
Oh, we got some Nashville hot heat in there, but we're going to have some serious Nashville hot heat by the time it's all said and done.
Is that too...
It's supposed to be a little thin, but maybe it'll tighten up. Nope.
I had, when I had tried the remaining of that, there was a good amount of mayo on that spoon, so that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I just basically had a big old spoonful of mayonnaise. It was not even Alabama barbecue. It was just mayonnaise.
Well, yep, that's mayonnaise. I'm gonna work on tidying up our workspace while Taylor rounds up this mustard, and then we can get ready to do some wing things.
All right. Let's see if I can get a bite of this that's not straight mayo.
And I took the croutons in already. Oh, what was I thinking?
I think that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's horseradish in there, but it doesn't really come out. You only kind of get it with the tang. The acidity also really helps along with the...
Good consistency. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Is there a hole in this or something?
I think you spilt some down the side. But just to be safe,
yeah,
maybe we'll double it. No, I think there's a... I think there may be a hole in it. I don't know.
I'm going to...
Yeah.
Just throw it out.
Not going to chance it.
No, I get these deli containers and I get them in
You want a spatula? Here, I got you.
Yeah, there was almost definitely a hole at the bottom of that.
I'm very certain there was. Did you need a spatula or no?
No, don't worry about it.
You got it?
Yeah. There we go. All right, so we got our Alabama white barbecue sauce, and then it's about time to fry these Nashville hot wings. Do we want to temp the...
Yeah, we should temp the oil. I got the thermometer right over here. And
we got to temp the oil and temp the chicken.
Fun fact, flies also love Alabama white barbecue sauce. All right, hey, we've hit 260 on our temp, and I'm starting to smell some smoked wings over here. I'm pretty excited. All right, no, we're not doing this today.
Not today. So do we need to temp the chicken to see if it's ready to come out?
Yeah, oh yeah, we should temp the chicken. That's a good idea. I was thinking about temping the oil. Of course, we should also do that. But
I do need to also temp the oil, but
yeah, we'll just see where we're at here. Oh man, look at them. Oh, beautiful wingies. We'll get some of these thick boys over here on the outskirts. I got 180 over here on that one. So yeah, these guys are ready to come off. And guys, I don't know if I know you guys will need to sprout legs. You want to see the action over here. But look at those puppies. So you're going to get some already pretty much Nashville hot smoked wings. So these are going to be good just like this.
Yeah, we could just eat these like this, but that's not what we're doing. We're going to bring these back around over there to our prep area where you've been seeing the frying oil heating up slowly, you know, whole time. I'm going to temp the oil to see if I need to adjust.
Yeah, these are not bad at all. I'm very pleased with these. But with the, you know, with the smoked chicken, like when you're at smoking temperatures, the skin gets, it doesn't get crispy. And, you know, we don't like that. We want our skin to be crispy. That's what we come here for.
Right.
That's what we're tailgating about today.
Yeah, Nashville hot chicken is often breaded and fried. It's often a breaded and fried dish, which really helps out with the heat. It absorbs a lot of those hot flavors. But this is another great option that a lot of great.
But we have a smoker and a fryer at our tailgate. So,
yeah.
So,
you know, honestly, Nashville hot chicken isn't really something we commonly make, especially not the breaded and fried version of it, because we can just go down the street.
We can go down the street in any direction.
Spend less money just, down the street in any direction, because we are here in Nashville. And we would spend less on a meal than when we would all the ingredients.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of these like dried, like cayenne and stuff like that, I keep on hand. Frying oil, I keep on hand. Oh, it's gonna be good. Wings are looking good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, this is just the first cook.
Yeah, this is just the first cook. So like they are done.
They are done.
Sitting around 180, you know, 185 as it is. We're gonna let them chill out for a second, and then they're gonna get flash fried to crisp up that skin, and then they're gonna get put in Nashville hot oil, which will make them technically Nashville hot.
Because Nashville hot chicken, it isn't just chicken that's really hot. That's not what it is.
You're not. It's not like wing sauce that it gets. You're not spinning them up in wing sauce. That's not it.
So
not the point.
Commonly, how it's done, like it's often not even like seasoned with the Nashville hot like we did here. It's typically just like a regular old salt, pepper, seasoned salt kind of situation here. But what makes it Nashville hot though is getting some of the either frying oil or some melted lard, and combining it with the seasoning, letting that bloom and turning that into like kind of a paste that goes over here. So that's what makes Nashville hot chicken different from like just spicy chicken.
Oh yeah, the nice smoky chicken wings. You know, if you want to drag this out for a couple more hours, you can do them in a really low smoke, but we did them a little bit higher.
Yeah. Whatever your time and stuff accommodations are.
Yeah. We wanted to show you the whole process though, so we did it. You know, you adjust as you must.
Yes.
And there we go. I'm gonna leave the smoke. I'm not gonna shut it down yet because just in case.
So I did have the oil kind of like warmed this whole time, but it does need to get up to like the 300 area too. But I'm gonna just whip together a quick Nashville hot seasoning for you to kind of show you what that looks like.
Yeah, and it'll give these a chance to rest because they've been smoking for a little over an hour. That hour and about an hour and 20 minutes, I think. Yeah. At around 230 to 250. 260.
And I'm gonna get out my piece of paper just so I have my kind of ratios on here mentioned. Oh, I did not get all the barbecue, Alabama barbecue.
Uh-oh.
You know, Baltimore also has a very similar sauce to this for their barbecue sauce, but the difference is Alabama does theirs on smoked chicken, and meanwhile, in Baltimore, it's more like they're really big on sandwiches. I can't remember if it's like a beef sandwich or like a prime rib, like shaved steak type of sandwich situation, But the Baltimore sauce and the Alabama sauce are very similar.
What do they call theirs?
I mean, Baltimore sauce.
Baltimore sauce?
I don't know. It's not Old Bay.
It's not Old Bay.
All right, so that's coming up. That will be ready as soon as I'm done with the Nashville hot seasoning. You can buy Nashville hot seasoning, but you can also just make it yourself as well. Whenever you make seasonings at home, you can always choose to leave out the sugar or leave out the salt. I leave out salt in a lot of my seasonings just so I can control the salt. Like if I add salt, like if that chicken would have been a dry brine and then I add seasonings with more salt on there, sometimes I'll leave out the salt just to be able to control that a bit better. And then with sugar, I oftentimes leave sugar out of my seasonings just because a lot of times sometimes we'll do smoke. We'll treat this as a smoker where we have a lower temperature and the sugar is fine. But in a high heat situation, that sugar will burn. So you do have the option to just like add that later. So.
And we like a lot of salt around here too.
Yes. So cayenne is the base. Cayenne is the well-known base, like the main seasoning component of it. So it will be mostly cayenne here. Story goes, like it's an anecdotal story of how hot chicken was made. Was, a wife is cooking dinner for her husband, and he's either cheating on her,
for her lousy
something
husband.
like that, and she's just not happy with it. So she gets some fried chicken and she just smothers it with cayenne to the point to where she thinks she's trying to injure him. But then he tries it and he's like, "Wow, that's absolutely amazing! Love it, love it." So Prince is the original in Nashville. So this isn't a traditional ingredient in there, but I'm adding this anyway. This is cashmere powder. I had made this powder myself from some dried cashmere. Cashmere is a mild Indian pepper, but it's well known for its bright red hue. And so is Nashville hot chicken. So I'm adding this in here to just like really oomph up. Yeah. I was hoping I would have more, but I had used the rest of my cashmeres in there. And I don't think the cashmere is as red as I wanted it to be, but you know what? It's fine. Maybe with the oil, yeah. I'm sure. So adding some of the cashmere and the cayenne, and then adding some brown sugar to it to offset that heat.
Oh, yeah. And are you doing it in that pan there, or do you need a bowl for it?
I'll put it in a glass bowl and then pour some of the hot oil.
And pour the hot fry oil. Yeah, that's what you got. You got to get that hot fry oil in there. Yeah. That's what you got to do.
Of course, not every hot chicken recipe has this, but of course I am using this recipe. If you don't know my game.
Oh, yeah, no.
If you are unfamiliar with my mustard game, this is a Christmas present from Coleman's from me. They don't sponsor me. They just give me presents. Sometimes they sponsor me. They don't currently sponsor me.
We got about 325 here.
About 2 teaspoons. The recipe for this Nashville hot seasoning is up on FoodtokTV.com. I have it listed as the base for being 6 tablespoons with everything else. But with that recipe, you can either bring it down to 4 tablespoons of cayenne pepper with everything else to kind of make it more mild, or you can go up to 8 to make it really hot.
And what temp are we going for on the oil?
350.
I got 325.
Okay, nice. So that will be ready
almost there.
By that time.
Almost there. Let's see.
So adding a little bit of garlic powder, about a teaspoon of garlic powder. We use this roasted garlic powder. Absolutely love the roasted garlic powder. Some black pepper. And some salt. You can buy Nashville hot seasoning if you want, but I keep most of this stuff on hand. I think for me, like, cayenne would be the thing I would have to buy extra of since it is the bulk of the recipe.
About 336 degrees currently.
All right.
So it's coming up.
And then a little bit of paprika.
Fast. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you got to have that.
We're going to fork around with it. Make sure that there's no clumps from the brown sugar.
And then these Yardbirds are going to go into that hot oil.
These Yardbirds.
Going to get a nice flash fry. Because,
they're not going to be in the fryer long, just enough to get some like crispy skins. So are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
And I love doing recipes where I can like do things in stages. This could actually have been done yesterday. Keep it in your fridge, and once it's time to serve, just throw them in the fryer real quick to serve.
Yeah.
I love prepping ahead of time. So I am going to add a little salt, even though I typically skip out on salt. But for this one, I will add a little bit of salt to help out.
Yes.
So let's see if it needs anything more in here. Ooh. That cashmere added some fruitiness to it.
It did. That is very good. And I got a big old pinch of that, and it's hot. Yeah. It's good and hot.
It's good.
It is definitely good and hot.
Good and hot. Good and hot. So I'm going to move.
Yeah,
just so the fryer is center. Whew.
Over here, getting close to action time. Would you like me
share the live out? Share the live out. We're about to throw these in the fryer, and then you're about to see us cry with some hot wings.
Yeah.
Some Nashville hot wings.
Some Nashville hot wings.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, Ryan, you are branded Nashville all over.
I represent.
So, how long are we taking these in the fryer? I would say just like a minute or two.
Yeah, not very long. Just enough to get crispy skin. Well, we can do a test. So
these have already been smoked.
A test wing. And
are we doing a test wing?
Test wing. Let's see what we're at. Where are we at?
And because these are still hot, we didn't let these cool all the way. This might actually bring up the temperature of the oil, adding them in there. Yes. And typically, we add things to the oil. It brings down the temperature, but since we didn't give this any rest time in between smoker and fryer.
348, 349.
Oh yeah. So you want to do
right there? Yeah, I mean it's right. It's 349. It's gonna get it. It's gonna get one more degree. I promise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, we'll do a little batch.
And then we're going to put them right back onto this rack that we have. So we're just going to try to mentally separate it, either this on or on a thing of paper towels. But we're doing a cooling rack over bottom of here. So
yeah, we should be able to tell.
Yeah, but just a minute or two. These wings are already cooked. We are just interested in crispy skin.
Yeah, we don't want to cook them no more, but we want to crisp up the skins because when you smoke them at a lower temperature, you don't get those crispy skins. Oh yeah, that's getting there. That's getting there. Yeah.
I'm even seeing them turn darker already.
Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, that looks like a wing. That's not a wing. That's a wang.
I do think it's better if you have a cooling rack with it on the pan when you take these out, so that way these can like air dry and so they can be extra crispy.
I would recommend that.
Yeah, I would recommend that. If you don't have that, just a plate with paper towel to absorb the grease. But
yeah,
the air circulation.
Man, that is a pretty looking chicken wing. Woo, drum. Be careful.
Yeah,
don't lose that wing.
Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
Don't lose the wing, please.
Oh. Oh, see that skin like even popped up on that one?
Oh, yes. That's what we're looking for.
That's
that
what
right
we're
there
looking for.
Doesn't take much. We just want to we want to crisp that skin. We want to puff it up, crisp it up. Guys, if you like it, if you like what you're seeing, a little tappy tap.
Yeah, a little tappy tap. We appreciate the taps, the shares, and the comments. The comments really help us out too.
Yes, comments.
Yeah.
If you're wondering anything.
Wang!
Wang! That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so just a minute or two in here. These have already been smoked. They're already cooked. We could eat them just as this, but what we are looking for here is crispy
skins. And then we got a little some extra for it.
I had scraped it right next to my mic, so sorry if that hurt your ear holes, or you're welcome, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't hear what you guys
we don't know how much you like that.
Yeah. Just a quick fry. And back onto the cooling rack is all we need. And as I mentioned earlier, the whole smoking this, you could do this the day before an event and then just flash fry them for your guests. Just like, keep them in the fridge until it's time to serve. And then rather than, using an oven or air fryer to heat it up, deep fryer.
Exactly.
Which I'm sure air fryer would also do the same, I mean, I don't think it would be nearly as crispy, but you do, you guys.
But yeah, I mean, you can do it. You can do it, everything.
So we didn't deep fry them twice. So the first cook came from the smoker.
Yeah.
So we did the smoker first. But that is a great question because that is something that people will do when they're frying things. They'll fry it once And that first fry, they're not going to be crispy, but the first fry is meant to just cook it. And then you let it cool completely. And then you bring it back in there, and that purpose is to crisp them up. That's the same way that you make French fries.
You can bake them, roast them also, and then flash fry them. You could do, microwave them, and then I wouldn't recommend that, but you could do it. I'm not going to yuck
you really do see like the difference between like these are the ones that we flash fried, and then these are the ones we haven't yet. Like you can really see that color difference.
Because when you're smoking them, you don't get that crispy skin, and it can be smoked chicken skin can notoriously be rubbery, and that's not what we're about here in Music City. It's not what we're doing.
Not about that.
Ain't all about it.
I had just put one wing and then I had started talking and I was like, I can't do that all in one batch. I want to. So let's let that come up to a temp. Let's let it warm back up. I actually thought that it went lower. I really thought it went lower too much because we haven't given a lot of break time between the smoker and frying it.
Yeah.
There hasn't been. So like these are still warm. Ooh.
Yes.
The clouds are being really good to us today.
They are. They are not for our lighting, but for our
eyes.
for our relaxation over here. You want your chefs to be relaxed. Over here you do anyway.
Right. So we're going to let this come back up to temperature just for a second, just because, anytime you add something to the fryer, you're going to lower the temp, even when you're adding hot food, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Even when. And yes, I love fried wings. And oftentimes with Nashville hot chicken, it is a breaded and fried ordeal, which really helps with the heat. Not what we're doing.
No.
No.
Ain't all about it.
Yeah. Let's see if it's rised up. If it's 325, I'm fine. But typically, whenever I'm frying something,
it was 325 when we gave it a rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I'm typically around 340 to 360.
Yeah, 340. It's kind of.
If your temperature is too low, it's going to be a bit greasy and not as crispy. If it's too high might not actually be too much of a problem, but we still don't want it too high because they're
getting crispy quick like that, and we don't want to get them
only a minute.
We don't want to over crispy them.
Right.
And then they're going to get another round of hot oil on.
Yeah, then we're doing another round of oil for this.
With hot, with Nashville hot. Oil.
Yeah, with the Nashville hot, because we got to show y'all how we turn this into Nashville hot. Because right now these are just wings. These are not Nashville hot wings yet.
They're probably hot.
They are, and we seasoned them with Nashville hot seasoning, but they are not Nashville hot wings.
Not yet.
Because we have not done it the Nashville hot style.
Exactly.
There's a difference.
So, thanks guys for coming in and checking us out, man. If you are just coming in, we smoked these puppies, yardbirds, puppies, whatever you want to call them. We smoked them for about an hour and 20 minutes at about 230 to 250 degrees. We pulled them right at about 180, 185. Let them rest for a second. And now we're flash frying them to get a crispy skin, because when you smoke wings, kind of at a low temperature, you don't get that crispy skin. So that's part of it. But wait. There's more.
And then we're going to make them Nashville hot.
Yeah.
Nashville hot. Has anybody ever had Nashville hot chicken? I'm really curious because outside of Nashville, I know that Nashville hot is kind of a different thing. I worked at a chain restaurant for so many years, and they would have like regular like menu introductions, like random like specials that they would bring out that would go live across the country for each one of these chain restaurants, right? And there was one time that they did a sweet and spicy chicken, and everywhere outside of Nashville, they called it Nashville hot chicken. But the stores that were inside Tennessee, or like inside Nashville and the surrounding areas, they called it sweet and spicy chicken. Yeah. Because they knew it wouldn't fly. They knew it wouldn't fly, but they had it work.
They knew they were going to get some of their employees hurt if they did that. You can't come over here and, I mean.
No heat for me. I totally get that.
If they if these end up as hot as I think they're going to be, like we have all these like punny names where I'm around here, because we're a touristy city over here, and it's kind of like you take your unsuspecting buddy out for Nashville hot chicken, and amp them up like, oh yeah, you can handle it. But I'm gonna call these, and they have funny names and stuff. But I'm gonna call these the Music City Miserables.
The Music City Miserables.
if it ends up being that hot. So yeah, anyone that remembers like early Oilers Titans fans, y'all might remember. I forget the
name of our roller derby team, but that feels like a roller derby team name.
It does. It does. It does.
Doesn't that sound like a roller derby team?
Yeah.
The Music City Miserables.
We should start a franchise if it's not.
Well, I know that there is a roller derby thing in Nashville.
Oh yeah, no, they got it.
Yeah.
It's here.
I just know that they're not the Miserables because I would have remembered that because it's such a good name.
Why, thank you, dear.
Trying to figure out.
Those right there. I think you got that one.
Oh yeah. Already smoked wings, just giving them a nice little flashy fry.
Smoked and flash fried. It is tasty. It is. It's going to be delicious. Really, I'm very excited about this.
Oh yeah, we have already made.
Nice and
hot. And since we are the tailgate on Food Talk TV, oftentimes we're the tailgate. We like celebrating the sports games and the events going on. Oftentimes we will be inspired by the teams that our teams are against. And so Nashville Predators are, they have a game tonight at 6 p.m. Central.
In 8 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, in 8 minutes. Oh, crap. Game in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And so that's in Winnipeg. So that's why we have the warm maple vinaigrette with Dijon in there.
Yes, yes.
That's where we got the maple from. And then we're Nashville, so of course Nashville hot chicken wings. And instead of ranch for this, we made an Alabama white sauce.
And we got a smoker, and we love firing it up, and so we love wings.
Yeah. So y'all, thank you for being here at the tailgate. And if you were here earlier when we were making the salad, that was the Kalegate.
The Kalegate, yeah, there's Kalegate, and then this will be the Music City Miserables.
The Kalegate.
The Music City Miserable.
That's the Kalegate and the Music City Miserables.
Yes. Which sounds like the Titans, basically. I mean, it was the Titans of old. It was, and now it's the Titans of new.
Yeah.
Change my mind, Titans. Do something. Anything.
Anything, Titans. Y'all, who are you rooting for? Whether it's college football, NFL, hockey.
Is your home team dragging you through the mud like ours is?
Is your home team making you happy, or are you miserable like us Tennesseans?
Yeah. What game are you tailgating, guys?
Yeah.
Let us know. Oregon. We got Oregon.
Oregon.
That's it. Yeah, Joshua's.
Let's see how this temperature is because, in between batches, it's going to, Oh, yeah. It had dropped. So we're just going to give it just a minute or two, and it'll perk right back up. Don't worry about it, guys.
Welcome in. Welcome in. We appreciate you coming in here and checking us out. If you are just coming in, if not, you've heard the spiel probably a lot in the last little bit. But we have smoked wings. They're smoked hot wings, and they're going to become smoked Nashville hot wings. But not only just by default of being made here in Nashville, they're going to be proper. So that's that's what's happening here. And then we also made a salad. But it's a fun salad. Maybe we should get that out too.
Oh yeah. So I'm sure it's hot enough by now. It was going back up.
Yeah.
It's steady great.
That's good. Yep. And recover.
I love the fryer. But I also love using the fryer when it's not like a super breaded and fried thing. Like I love using the fryer just as like a crisper. I do that a lot with Brussels sprouts. Like if I'm not doing an oven roast.
333. So just use maybe another minute or two.
Yeah, just another minute.
And I'll go grab the salad to show you guys what we did there.
Everything looks delicious. Thank you. It looks good, nice and tasty. I appreciate the compliments, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. We love cooking for y'all. We love being able to show off what we've been working on.
And we got a nice,
and we are very well themed today, so we appreciate y'all joining the tailgate with us
fall
today.
kale and beet and salad there.
That recipe is on Food Talk TV for both the salad and the dressing. That is our kale beets bacon salad. Kale beets bacon. Not in the kale is better than bacon, but in the kale beets Battlestar Galactica kind of way. Okay. I don't want to, I'm impatient, but I don't want to add it to the oil. 330 is like really my low point. I like to go at least 340. Because if the oil's, you know, not hot enough, these are going to be more greasy than crispy.
Yeah, and if we had
the point of the frying it is to get it crispy, so why would we?
If we had a deeper oil too, it would hold temp better, I believe. But we don't, so
well, we don't.
So we're working with what we got over here.
All right, I think this is our last batch. Oh yeah. I don't know if I had already. I think I got the. Okay, that one's definitely not.
Oh yeah, there we go. I think that one. Yeah, we got to roll some of them over.
I know that one already did.
That one already did. Did that one over there?
Nope.
That's a nope. And then this one, that one, I don't think did either.
And you know, and if it did, it's not crispy enough.
Yeah, and if it did, it didn't get done enough.
Right, exactly. But that should be our last batch.
Yes.
But yo, I love this kind of stuff because I love the tailgate recipes where it's like you could do some of the work the day before. And so this is some of the work the day before stuff. You could already smoke or bake or anything with your wings ahead of time. Just store them in your refrigerator in a closed container. And for serving time, that's when you bring out the fryer.
And we started prepping around noon, so you don't have to do it a day before. You can do it
or earlier that day, a couple hours ahead of time. You know,
yeah.
I like those recipes where it's like you can do some of it hours apart.
Yeah,
we have ADHD, so I only have you know, my attention for some time.
Exactly. We have to work on attention shifts as our attention shifts.
Got to keep it as exciting for us. Oh,
wow. It got wow. That's a first this year, or this later part of the year.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, it's becoming darker sooner.
And we have some cloud cover over here.
Yeah,
some breeze. It's a great reprieve from our normal Saturdays, which have been extremely hot. So we are welcoming the cooler temps and the breeze, the clouds. We love you, sun, but you know, we'll take a break.
I'm turning this off. I think that's it.
All right, yeah, no, that's it. That's it. One more, two more in there. Two more in there, yeah. Oh, yes, that's a crispy one. That's a crispy wang.
That's crispy.
Yes. Now, for the what, fourth step here? Fifth step all day?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I need to keep this on then. Crap.
Yeah.
Almost forgot. The most important part about this.
The most important
part is now we got to turn this into Nashville hot. Because right now these are just wings, right? With some Nashville hot seasoning, but they're not Nashville hot yet.
Did you have the bacon grease over here? Are you going to use that or no?
Yes, I will.
Because, you know, we're already being egregious. Why not add bacon grease to it?
And so this is our Nashville hot seasoning that we had made earlier. This recipe is also up on FoodtokTV.com right there. And I did add salt and sugar to mine. I did talk about earlier about how...
Wave that thing at me.
So I'm just dumping that entire thing into here.
You want to be cautious with particularly this Nashville hot, because it is very hot in the wind. Watch your eyes, because it can get there. It has happened.
Might be a good sunglasses
to me
situation.
Before. Yeah. The safety glasses, safety goggles with the wind blowing like this.
So, and with that, we have all of our seasoning that we have in here. And so we are going to use some of our hot frying oil, about a half a cup to a full cup with the seasonings.
Thank you, Max.
And that hot oil.
Oh, yes. And that's when you know that it's working, is when it starts foaming up like that. Starts foaming at the mouth like we will be here shortly.
And our remaining bacon grease from earlier that went in there, that's also going to be some of our fat.
And it's going to help it stick.
And so this is how we get the Nashville hot paste.
Yeah, also be careful with that.
Oh, yeah. Step away.
Yeah, I'm barefooted, so I'm gonna back up a little bit.
You're gonna get this nice and
back up here, and I'll talk to the good folks that are.
Yeah, we thought of the bacon grease one because there is a hot chicken restaurant in Nashville, because like the typical way is to use some of the hot frying oil into your Nashville hot seasoning to create a paste. That's typically the way it's done. But we saw on Food Network there's a restaurant that's down the street from us in that direction. That instead of using the frying oil, they'll do it in hot bacon grease.
Yes,
and so we combined the hot oil with some of our bacon grease for this one.
And it is delicious. I can verify that it is delicious.
And then that is what makes it Nashville hot. Not just the Nashville hot seasoning on there, but turning that into a paste with the hot oil. That's what makes it Nashville hot. And so this is, and you know, you can either take the chicken and dunk it and go. You can use a brush, whatever you feel, you know, empowered to do.
Yep.
This Nashville hot with the seasoning I did, I added Kashmiri chili that was powdered in here. I added Kashmiri chili. Indian chili isn't common in a Nashville hot chicken recipe. It's not, but I used Kashmiri because it is mild. So it added a little bit more pepper without so much heat to it. So it also added some flavor, but the Kashmiri, it's really there for that bright red color.
Yes.
It's like Nashville hot is known for that bright red paste on here.
Yeah, it looks hot.
Yeah. So I'm scraping down at the bottom too, making sure I get some of these seasonings along with the oil on there as I'm brushing. Ryan, do you want to get some presentation plates?
Yes, I would love to.
Oh, don't forget to get some ramekins for the Alabama white.
Jessica Baker says yum.
Yum. Yum. So y'all, this is how you do the Nashville hot chicken at home.
Thank you.
Because if you are not in Nashville, you are not getting proper Nashville hot chicken.
Thank you for the share too, guys. Thank you guys for coming in and liking and tapping and sharing.
And sharing and tapping and clapping and gifting and subscribing and fan clubbing and asking us how our day is. And telling me I look beautiful. And listening
to us talk about our day.
Yeah.
At that, I don't know if we're going to. It's the big one. Yeah, it's got to be the big one because we got crudité also.
We got crudité, and then we need some ramekins for the Alabama white sauce.
Ramekins.
I say traditionally and authentically about Nashville hot. Take that with a grain of salt. But traditionally, it is served with ranch. But we're doing Alabama barbecue since it's the Tennessee-Alabama game today. Wang is wanging. Yes,
Wang is wanging.
The Wang is wanging. I am just putting these on top of here so you guys can just see Wangs. Give y'all a better view.
Gotta love some of them Wangs.
That's Wang. Nashville hot chicken wing. Does anyone think that has anyone outside of Nashville ever like ordered something called Nashville hot outside of Nashville? I know some chain restaurants back when it was would add Nashville hot to their menus, but it would never be Nashville hot. It would be more of like a sweet hot.
It is traditionally served on a loaf of white bread.
Yeah,
plain Jane white bread with some pickles on the side. That loaf of bread is to soak up all this hot oil. And it can be your best friend or your worst enemy, depending on if you eat it or not.
Yeah, and because we didn't bread and fry this, because like the breading will often also take a lot of that heat, we do not have that here.
We got some ramekins, and then also we got some ramekins, and sometimes you can get a little ramekin of hot oil served on the side too.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so why not?
So I'll get some of my brush and make sure there's some of the actual like seasoning.
There, and then we got a ladle there.
Oh yeah, this hot oil. And you know, you don't have to make it chicken. You could do Nashville hot tofu.
Yeah.
You could do Nashville hot fish.
And you don't have to make it ridiculously hot like we did.
Right.
You probably shouldn't Make it ridiculously hot like we
the
did.
recipe for the Nashville hot seasoning on Food Talk TV, it does start with a base.
With your fingers there.
It does start with a base of 6 tablespoons of cayenne with all the other ratios, but you can bring that cayenne down to 4 tablespoons for a more mild sauce. Maybe even 2 if you're really a wimp. But if you're really a wimp, you don't want Nashville hot.
You can use any old kind of pepper you want. You know, you can use whatever. We used cashmere in here.
Oh yeah, it's cashmere and cayenne. And the cashmere, even though it's mild, it's really good for the
cayenne. And our pre-seasoning that we pre-season these too before we put them on, and that had Carolina Reaper powder that we grew in our garden on there as well. So I'm just gonna get a picture here while it's on the rack because we can always have that.
The Alabama white sauce, I do not have a recipe for this up on Food Talk TV, and that's because pretty much every recipe that's on the internet that has the Alabama white sauce in the comment section, it says just look at
it says they're
Big
wrong.
Bob Gibson's recipe.
Yep.
Like do his because he's the original guy that came up with the Alabama barbecue concept.
Yeah, so that's the good. That's the
yeah. So it's basically a mayo sauce with some stuff in it. There's apple cider vinegar and lemon juice and just a little smidgen of horseradish and a little smidgen of cayenne.
A little smidgen here, a little
smidgen there, smidgen there. Oh yeah, I am not. Do not. Man, we don't even have gloves. No. I meant like, do not like touch it.
Oh, don't touch it. No.
But it's like
it'll burn you on many different levels.
So once you start eating these hot chicken wings, just your hands are out of commission. Maybe get it like a hot hand and a not hot hand.
Yeah, for the rest of the night. Like
rest of the night.
Don't be fooled by the moist towelette like that. They ain't doing nothing for you.
This man is going to be having sit-down bathroom breaks.
yeah, a little bit. I'm glad I have a buffer day before I have to go back to work.
Bob Gibson.
Yeah, yes, Bob Gibson's my best friend because he's providing me a little bit of relief here.
Yes, someone did say Bob Gibson. Yes.
Yes.
Bob I don't know Gibson. What I did. I don't know what I said. Bob Gibson, Big Bob.
Big Bob Gibson.
Yeah, Big Bob Gibson. Yeah. Which the Food Network recipe that they have on their website that was submitted to them by the Big Bob thing, but he had opened up his first barbecue restaurant in Alabama, in Decatur, Alabama, in 1925, and so this year is the 100th anniversary of Alabama barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
so
it is
a little coinky dink there,
and
I feel like a lot of things were created in 1925 because I feel like there's a lot of 100-year anniversaries, like the Opry. We live right down the road from Opryland. The Grand Ole Opry. Sorry, it used to be a theme park.
And this is the.
But we live down the road from there, and they just celebrated their 100th anniversary.
And we are doing Alabama white sauce because it is the 3rd Saturday in October, and you're like, well, duh.
Yeah, 3rd Saturday in October for Vols fans means it's an Alabama game.
It is an Alabama game, and it is in Tuscaloosa today.
Ugh.
But I have a feeling that we're going to be smoking stogies at that one.
So adding some crudité on the plate.
That's just me looking through it with orange-colored glasses, though, too.
Orange-colored glasses.
Yeah, we have those. We keep them in our pockets right next to our bottle of mustard. All Vols fans have them. They might not brag about them, but they got them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're secretly putting them on when you ain't watching.
We were talking about this earlier with the mustard bowl back when.
Don't forget about the carrots too.
I know. I'm decorating.
Okay, okay, I'll let you work. Let her cook.
I already did.
Let her cook.
Let me arrange.
Let me arrange. She done cooked for sure.
Most of the cooking I did was just like the bacon and the flash fry. Yeah. I cooked bacon and I flash fried.
And we made a salad. I massaged the
heck out of some kale, y'all.
Yes.
If you were not here for the kale salad, which obviously the kale part is not the exciting part of this live.
Right.
That was not the exciting part of the live, but the kale,
I was still pretty excited about it. I still am pretty excited about it. Because that salad, you're gonna need that thing when you get into these suckers.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee it.
So
I'm here to tell you.
So I guess I can.
Yeah, and I'll snap some.
Oh yeah.
Here, I'll snap.
Let's show the audience first. Okay. They've been sitting and waiting.
Okay, well, okay.
I know you got to, but they've been waiting.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
Nashville hot chicken wings. Got plenty more of that Nashville hot oil right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is I don't know where I'm going to post this because it's not a recipe for the wings. It's just the recipe for the sauce itself. You know, I didn't do the recipe. I guess maybe I could do Nashville hot chicken wings as a recipe and just tag the seasoning. So would y'all be interested in the actual like wings of it, like the actual wings of it recipe, or?
Oh yeah, I mean, I hope. Make her do extra work, guys. She does put a lot of work into that though to get you guys the recipes. She was working hard on that earlier today.
I did, yeah. So we have the Nashville hot chicken seasoning up. We got the salad recipe with the massaged kale and the warm maple bacon vinaigrette. And you know what? I will go ahead and make Nashville hot chicken wing recipe.
Get them things.
I want the real recipe. Okay, Kaz already said yes.
Of course he does. Yeah, of course, Kaz. Thank you, Kaz.
Thanks, Kaz.
Thanks, Kaz. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Let me come around here. I don't want to get right up in the way, and I definitely don't want to drop my phone in the oil.
Yeah, don't drop your phone in the oil.
Or anything of mine in the oil.
Oh no.
I'd rather drop my phone than anything that I have.
So y'all make sure you're following FoodtokTV so you can see in the FoodtokTV stories when this recipe is live on the FoodtokTV website.
Yes, please.
Please.
I'm getting a shadow from something good, but we have our wonky porch light over here too. So there we go. That's a good one.
Sorry, I'm trying.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Q, you gotta you know.
Sorry, I'm trying to make
aim to please, guys.
I'm trying to aim at something that's not the dirty fry oil.
Yes.
That was the.
And we just want to get as many shots as we can before we are on fire.
So the thing that makes the Nashville hot chicken is not the Nashville hot seasoning. You can't just sprinkle a Nashville hot seasoning on something and call it Nashville hot.
And it ain't a sauce.
It's not a sauce. It's more of like a chili oil, a chili paste. So use some of the hot oil into the seasoning, let it bloom, and then we'll brush that over your chicken. Oh, yeah.
Like Orlando bloom, but Nashville. Nashville bloom.
But Nashville bloom. So I need to wet some paper towels before we sample this.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited, though. I am, and we don't... If we had gloves, we'd be wearing them right now for this for the sample because we still got to touch.
You know, earlier today he's like, "Do I need to run a store for gloves?" And I'm like, "No, we'll be fine. No, we'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
So you ready?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be a lot classier if I eat a drumstick.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm going for the drum right now. Drum roll, please.
Just want to get some more of that.
I'm gonna have it. So I'm gonna take a taste first, and try not to get it on the outside of your lips.
You do not want it on the outside of your lips.
I didn't mess that up.
Yeah, it takes a second. It takes a second.
It does, and it's a slow burn, but man, it is good. It's so good though.
This isn't even as hot as some. No, like we have legit cried at restaurants before. The way that we still have our composure. This is not the hottest hot chicken we've had, but that's why we make it at home. So that way we can make it to our wants, where there's a lot of heat but still a lot of flavor, and we don't have to cry in public.
Yeah, we don't have to go. You just take that walk of shame to the bathroom, dripping out of all your face holes.
Oh gosh, or even at one time we went to this hot sauce place over at the mall down the street, and this hot sauce place, they have this really hot sauce where you have to like sign a waiver to try, which I think is kind of gimmicky, but but anyway, it was hot enough to where I felt like the waiver was warranted. Y'all.
Got a little piece of cartilage on my. It happens. It's wings, though.
I think that is the classiest I can eat a chicken wing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've gone over and over about what we made today with the Nashville hot chicken wings. We had smoked these chicken wings at what temperature and time?
We smoked them at between 230 to 250 degrees for about an hour and 20 minutes. They come off at about 180 to 185. Put them on the cooling rack. got our fryer rolling at 350 degrees.
Yeah, then we just flash fried them just about a minute or two until it's crispy. You'll know.
Crisp up the skin.
Yeah, you'll even notice that like there will be a little like air bubble in the
yeah, and that's good, crisp, perfect crisp on the skin.
Right.
We did that. Let them dry off the drying rack. Took some bacon grease from the bacon that we made for our salad. It's in the oven. I set it inside the oven so the flies don't get to it. You know, they're not as bad as they were a couple months ago, but they're still around here.
Right. And just to class up the joint, we also made this kale beet salad.
Kale beet salad.
Kale beets bacon salad.
Kale beets
beets bacon. Not as in kale is better than bacon, but as in kale beets Battlestar Galactica.
Beetle scar.
And so we went over with all the kale. There's a ton of kale underneath here where we massage the kale leaves with oil to reduce some of that bitterness, bring out some of that nuttiness. Over the top, there are some roasted beets. We have the crimson and the gold, you know, for the balls and for the, you know.
For the predators. We got orange for the balls. We got gold for the preds. And we got crimson for you.
Yeah.
Bama
on here, so there's also bacon and walnuts. And we also have some feta. And we had made some rye bread croutons recipe for this. There's also a warm bacon vinaigrette that's in here. So some of that bacon grease we were able to use in our chili oil right there. So that is our tailgate. And we only have a few minutes left before it's time for Bama and Balls.
Yeah.
Any last questions before we head out? Yes, the Tailgate.
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 Yes, thank you for joining us on the Tailgate.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on the Tailgate. We'll give it just one more minute. That is a lingering heat too.
It's slow burn.
Yeah.
Slow burn.
Yeah.
But that Alabama white sauce is a perfect.
Yeah, get yourself a spicy.
It cuts through that oil. These are very unctuous by nature. It wouldn't be right if they weren't. But the Alabama white sauce helps cut through it. It's awesome.
Yeah, typically we do a ranch, but the Alabama white, as long as you're not too heavy on the horseradish.
Made with the OG recipe. Big Bob.
Big Bob Gibson. Yes. So he was the originator of the Alabama white. So we just went and looked up his official recipe because every time I tried to look up another recipe, the comment section would say, you're using the wrong one. So there it is.
It has a little bit of sweetness to it, but boy, it's hard to find it.
Yeah.
That the sauce.
Yeah. So yeah, I think
of sweetness. I
think we've done all we can do here today.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us on the Tailgate.
Hey, Kale, yeah.
And you guys have a great, wonderful night.
Yeah.
Enjoy your games. If you're into that, may all your teams win as long as there's not Alabama.
And we will see you next Saturday at 4 p.m. Central right here on Food Talk TV.
Or Winnipeg. We don't want them to win either.
Yeah. Happy mustarding, my friends.